2 years ago, my life was like any other Silicon Valley engineer. Music was never a serious interest of mine. But today, it's so much more than that. You open up a newspaper and you hear about death every day. It's a completely different perspective when it's actually happening to you. You think about what is actually important. What are the things that you thought you had lots of time for, but now you no longer do, and how are you going to spend whatever time you have remaining?
We were living in central London 2 years ago, and he started having spells of nausea. I think doctors have a way of very gently saying the words, "We found something." "Hey, Eric, calling to tell you about the results of that test." Pause. "We found something. There's a mass in your brain."
I had been working my entire career at Facebook, which now is 8 years. I started back when there were just a few hundred people, so I was in a really good spot. The possibility of dying early was the farthest thing on my mind. After I woke up from surgery, I could still recognize Karen, and I could still pick up my violin and play the chaconne from memory. Those two are kind of capture a lot of what is most important to me.
We were hoping for a tumor that was a lower grade. That would mean maybe he had 10 or 15 years more. Glioblastoma, it's hard to treat and it's so deadly. The prognosis is months. So now the hope is, can he go through the Fiddler on the Roof production next month?
Today is the first rehearsal in the actual performance space. My vision was a little bit worse earlier today.
What's different this time?
Yeah. My eyelid is droopy about 50%, 40%.
From the top.
One of our earliest rehearsals, he played his overture, which is 8 minutes long and really intense. He played it 4 times in a row. The rest of the orchestra, we were all like, "Oh, it's hot, we're tired." And he's like, "Okay, let's do this." There is very much a part of Eric that says, okay, I'm sick, but I'm not going to sit here and just wait for it to sneak up on me. Early on, we had the choice to say, well, we can fly you to every leading institution in the world and try every trial. But as he thought about it, he's like, well, that means I can't play music, I can't see my friends, I can't do all these things that actually define my life. If I let the remaining months of my life be about, sitting in the ICU or waiting for test results, it really keeps you from doing the other things that matter.
Did you slow down on purpose?
Where?
Toward the end?
No. Except the last 2 bars, as always.
There's the added pressure of knowing these are your last public performances.
Yeah, I kind of have to put that out of my mind a little bit because that's a weight that I don't think I can handle thinking about while playing.
He would ask me questions like, gosh, if you knew I was going to die this young, would you have married me? Would you have chosen me? All these moments, I wouldn't trade even if I could have a few more decades in exchange. It's a scary thing when the future is something you don't want to have to think about.
Opening night is this weekend. The doctors aren't even willing to guarantee that I'm going to be healthy enough. I stopped chemotherapy treatments after the MRI showed tumor regrowth. The chemotherapy wasn't working.
This tumor is moving quickly. Deep breath out. Breathe in. Let's get some more oxygen in.
I don't know how to describe it. You're so wreck.
When you're playing, I won't know if you're feeling bad. So, other than just watching you, how do you want to have a signal?
No, if I have to stop, I stop. People will understand. I am trying my best to be mentally and physically able to make it through the whole production.
Sometimes Eric forgets that not everything is in his control.
We need to run a few things with Eric.
Do you know where my music is?
We're running a little bit behind. Hi guys, we'll be starting in just a moment. We're addressing some things up here right now.
Would you like an ice cream?
I've basically lost my short-term memory. Suddenly went away.
Like, how close to go are we?
Things I picked up recently, like at the very beginning, the fiddler walks down from the back of the audience onto stage. Those parts haven't been committed to my long-term memory.
Sunnyvale Community Players is proud to present Fiddler on the Roof.
I'm not going to be able to finish everything on my bucket list, but living without regret, that's been the most important thing. Knowing that I will not soon be forgotten.